Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to look at USD INR, which is the currency pair for the US dollar against the Indian Rupee. We're going to look at the current levels of USD INR and see whether it's overbought or oversold. For that, we're going to use supports and resistance levels. Now, before we begin, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Now, let's get to the analysis. The Indian Rupee is the world's fourth most traded currency, and it's the fifth most held reserve currency globally. However, in the last few months, the Indian Rupee has been underperforming. In the last 6 months, USD INR has increased from a low of 73.92 to a high of 81.92, which is the all-time high. And today, USD INR opened near those all-time highs at 81.88. This is much higher compared to the previous close of 81.41. Now, the question is USD INR overbought at these levels? Well, to answer that, we're going to use supports and resistance levels. But before that, do remember to like this video and share it with your fellow investors. Okay, so this is a 1-year time frame, and you can see that there was a major resistance at around 75. Now, this resistance was broken and the currency pair went up higher, but then again it faced a resistance at around 81. This resistance was crucial because once it's broken, we could see some profit booking. The reason is that whenever a currency pair goes up or comes down, there are a lot of traders who enter at those levels, and when they see that their stop losses are being actually triggered, they tend to book profits. So that's where we saw the profit booking. But now, if we look at the current levels, the support is now at around 80.60 and the resistance is at 81.92, which is the all-time highs. As of now, USD INR is trading at 81.88, which is very, very close to the all-time highs and very, very close to the resistance level of 81.92. So now, what could happen is either the Indian Rupee could strengthen from here and the US dollar could weaken, or we could see some consolidation. That's because it's very difficult for any currency pair to go beyond the resistance levels or support levels very, very easily. If USD INR remains above 81.80, then the next target would be 81.92, which is the all-time high, and then maybe after that we could see some profit booking. But if the Indian Rupee gains strength and if USD INR falls below 81.80, then the next support would be at 81.60. As of now, USD INR has opened at 81.88, and the day's high is already 81.92. This shows us that there is a lot of upward momentum and there are a lot of sellers at these levels. So what should you do? Well, if you're a trader and if you have a short-term view, then you could book profits. But if you're an investor and if you have a long-term view, then you must hold your positions. And before we wrap up, do remember to check out our website. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.